Hi student, how are you? Hope you will be fine and doing great. Dear student, today we are going to know about the and study the potential energy, like what is potential energy. In the last video we discussed the and study the and know about the kinetic energy and also some different types of energy and also the energy. But today we are try to know about the potential energy. Let's move to the next page. Or also one thing, remember, this is the second part of the mechanical energy, like kinetic energy and potential energy. This is the second part of the mechanical energy. Okay, let's move to the next page. See the definition of the potential energy, like what is potential energy. Okay, Okay, this is the definition of the potential energy. Remember one thing, there are a lot of definition of the potential energy, but a simple definition you can also say that the potential energy is due to the position. Also, the potential energy is due to the height. Like one thing, also remember one more thing, that if we move from ground level to the up level, so the potential energy is increased. Why? Because of the height. Like if we increase the height of the object, let's suppose the object is currently here like 5 meter, but now we move the object to this position, have a height 12 meter and more. I mean that when we increase the height of the object, so the potential energy is also increased. Like in this position, the potential energy is more, and this one is this position is also more than this position. Like if we move downward, the potential energy is decreased, but if we move upward, the potential energy is also the potential energy is increased, but move downward, the potential energy is decreased. Okay, it is the energy due to the height. Like it depend on the height. Like if we increase the height, so the energy is potential energy also increase, or if we decrease the height, so the potential energy is also decrease. There are different types of potential energy, like gravitational potential energy, electric potential energy, so on. But in mechanical we have just two types of energy. In the last video we also discussed, the one is kinetic energy, in the second part is potential energy. And potential energy, it is the energy due to the height. This is called potential energy, or simple we can write that potential energy, or ep, it is denoted by ap or pe. mgh, m mean mass of object, g mean gravity, which have a unit Newton per kilogram. The unit of mass is kilogram, and the unit of h is meter. Mean height unit is meter. So the potential energy is also, this is the types of energy, so the unit of the potential energy is also joule, and it is equal to mgh, mean mass time gravity time height. So this is called potential energy. Okay, let's move to the next page and try to know the solve some example of the potential energy. Okay, here let's see, like this is the kite which have a mass 200 gram, and height is 30 meter above from the ground. They ask about the potential energy, like they want the potential energy. So very simple, we know that potential energy is equal to mass time gravity time height. Okay, so the mass of this one, which is equal to how, 200 gram divided by 1000, so this is equal to let me convert and calculate the value using the calculator. So divide by, this is equal to 0.2 kilogram, and the height is 30 meter. So also we can find the G value is constant, which is equal to 10 or 9.8, but usually I use the 10 for the simplicity of the calculation. Okay, let's put the values. So the mass is 0.2 kilogram, G value is 10 Newton per kilogram multiplied by 30 meter. Okay, so let's calculate the value. So what is the answer? 0.2 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 30. So this is equal to, the whole thing kilogram will be cancelled with this one. So if we calculate the value, so this is equal to 60 joule. So the potential energy of the kite is 30 meter above the ground from the ground. So the potential energy is equal to 60 joule. Okay, let's move to the next page. One thing remember, like here also they write note one thing, that the potential energy never depend on the path follow. Like let's suppose the initial height of the object is 10 meter, but now the object is released and follow this types of path is come to h2 height, which is equal to 40 meter above from the ground. Like here in the note they also mention that the potential energy never depend on the path follow. You mean that we never care about by the path, just we only care about the height. Like let's suppose this is the initial height, and after when the ball is coming down, after this the final height of the this object is 4 meter. The initial is 10, but the final height is 4 meter. So we never care about the path follow, just we care about the height of the object. Like I told you in the definition, that the potential energy depend on the height, not depend on the path follow. Okay, but the G value is also constant, and M is 3. This is also constant, not changeable. The mass is also. So what they want in, like here, the work done to rise the object, and thus the potential energy depend only on the initial, mean this height, and final value, mean this height. They are independent by the path follow. This they don't care about by the path follow. Okay, this is the example. Calculate the potential energy change in potential energy. Like first you can find this height and this height, and then find the change in potential energy. Okay, let's find this potential energy. I can write the initial potential energy, mean this part. This is equal to M multiplied by G multiplied by H. So M is 3 multiplied by 10. I do not use the unit, so you can use. Then height is 10. So the initial height 10 multiplied by 10, 100 multiplied by 3 is 300 joule. This is the initial potential energy. Now the final, mean this part, when the object is coming down to this part. So now again the mass is same, mg multiplied by h, only the height is changed. 3 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 4. So now 3 multiplied by 10 is 30, and 30 multiplied by 4, which is equal to 120 joule. So now change, what is change in potential energy? This mean final potential energy minus initial potential energy. So now the final is 120 joule minus initial is 300 joule. So this is equal to minus 180 joule. So this mean, what does this negative sign mean? This mean the potential energy is decrease, not increase. Like if there is come the positive, or if this value is increased, so this mean the potential energy is also increase, but the height is what decrease here. So this mean the potential energy is also decrease in the negative sign, show the decrease in potential energy. Okay, thank you so much dear student. If you have any types of question, especially related to the potential energies. So you can ask in your comment. Thank you so much.